An awesome wave. I hate to break it up, but it would be great if you guys broke it like right there, because it's coming your way. I hate to be that guy, but pretty special opportunity we have right now. And I'd love for you just to lean in as tight as you can. You might want to clear and cheer and clap, but we're hoping this connection's going to go good. And so let's get that going first, and then maybe at the end everybody will have a chance to cheer. But what an amazing day. Matt Redmond leading off this day, John Piper, kaboom, and then amazing interview and hope, and Chris and Matt, Pat, everybody, amazing, best, phenomenal word, and Francis Chan's coming in just a bit today. It'll be so great. But just before that, I wanted to have a chance to hear from another person. And to make this happen is pretty special in a way, because this person is currently 250 miles away from here in space. And we're going to be able to link live to the International Space Station, which is traveling 17,000 miles around the Earth. And on board is a friend of ours and a friend of Passion. And he wanted to be a part of Passion, but just so happened he was in space. And so I hope it worked out that he is there. I'm not sure, but I'd love for you to say hello from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta to Shane Kimbrough on the International Space Station. Okay, just one more minute. Awesome. We're having they had to reboot something at NASA, just small detail like that. They said, can you hang on one second? We're rebooting something. And we lost connection with the space station momentarily. Don't tell anyone that, but I think they're working on getting it back, so I'll just wait for a moment. So it takes a second to connect to space, so we can all wait, right? The quieter you wait, the better for me, though. Guess I'm trying to hear space, like in this thing in my ear. It's hard to do.
Space station, if you can hear me.
I got you loud and clear from the Georgia Dome, Shane. Can we see you? I can hear him. He can hear me. Yeah! Woo! Shane, I love that T-shirt that you're wearing right now. That is fantastic. How you doing today?
Got to represent, Louis. I'm doing great.
You look fantastic. You've been in space 76 days. And how does it feel? None of us can imagine what it's like where you are right now. There are people sitting here right now going, this isn't real. He's backstage somewhere in a simulated environment. What is it like floating around for 76 days you've been on the International Space Station? And can we just say congratulations, you're actually in command of the International Space Station. Phenomenal accomplishment. We're proud of you. That's the moment where we know it's not simulated, right there. What's it like feeling that for 76
days? That's right,
days?
yeah. Well, the bodies adapt really quickly, believe it or not, and mine did, thank goodness. And it's just been amazing. I mean, this is kind of what I know is life right now. Up or down, doesn't matter anymore. I have an incredible crew that I'm honored to be part of up here. Really working hard, doing great things with science and research.
You told me on Christmas Day, and anyone here that Shane has called, it's pretty remarkable. Your phone rings, and you're like, hello? And Shane goes, hey, how you doing? And you're like, wow, I can't call across campus and it sounds like that, but somehow you can. And you said on Christmas Day you had a really special opportunity to be in the cupola for, I think, maybe a whole rotation of the Earth by yourself. And I just thought, what must that be like to have an uninterrupted 90 minutes and to go all the way around this planet?
Yeah, really special time. Just looking at our planet, which is just strikingly beautiful, especially from the cupola, like you mentioned, which is all windows that point at the Earth all the time. And the really special part about that day and that time was I was honored and privileged to read the Christmas story from Luke 2 to all the mission control centers around the world. So the first time that's been done, and I was very honored to do it.
So what have you learned from your time in space looking back at Earth that you think would be helpful for a stadium full of us to know who are looking up at space at you?
Well, I think what this International Space Station really shows is what can be done when countries and organizations work together. I think we're a great model for society in general. I mean, we have so many countries that are working together, and it's not just a nation that could do any of this. It's nations put together, working together for a common goal. So I think that's something we all can take and learn from.
A lot of us here are thinking about what we're going to do with our lives. I mean, even the older people here wouldn't admit it, maybe as quickly, but all of us are still asking God, what's your purpose, what's your plan for my life? But there are a lot of people sitting in this room, and this is what I love about this link, and obviously we love you and your family, and I know you would be here at Passion if you weren't in space, but there are a lot of people in this room that are scientists, they're technicians, they're engineers, and you are on that track. You are graduate of a couple of fine institutions, namely one of them here in Atlanta, Georgia, Georgia Tech, where you have a master's degree. So you're a heck of an engineer. But a lot of people here have that bent, Shane, like you do. And you have overcome all the odds. I looked it up, and there have been 339 Americans in space. There have been 230 human beings on the International Space Station. 142 Americans have ever been where you are today. So you're one of 142 people alive who have been able to experience what you're experiencing right now. So that took sacrifice, dedication, effort, commitment to excellence. Can you challenge all of us to our gifts today to pursue that until God's highest calling?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. First of all, I'm humbled and honored to certainly be in this position and fulfilling a childhood dream of mine. It's a crazy road to get here, as most stories and most people can tell you on their road and their journey to wherever they are. Many years of hard work, of sacrifice, a lot of support from my family, and a whole lot of faith went into getting me where I am today. I would have never guessed I would have been here, but guess what? God knew it all along. All right, so use those talents that you have, the passions that you have, and channel those towards what His plan is for you. And do it the right way. Do it with integrity, with character, with compassion for other people, and with humility. That's what we need from your generation. There have been some sacrifices, as was mentioned previously. I think mostly in this situation is with our families, because we're not with them for 5 to 6 months. And that's a tough thing for us. But God has put us in this position, and we're convinced that we're here for a reason. We're not clear what that reason is yet, but one day He'll let us know.
So you obviously are a scientist, an engineer, an astronaut, and you also have great faith. And so how has your faith, Shane, impacted the time that you're going to spend on the station? And how has the time that you're spending on the station impacted your faith?
Wow, just being up here, every time I look out the window, it just reaffirms the faith and the beliefs that I had. I mean, it is just absolutely phenomenal to look at our planet. It kind of reminds me, a few years ago, I was there in the Georgia Dome where you are, and Carrie Job was singing Revelation song, and one line in there is talking about the marvelous mystery. And I kind of think of that when I look out the window, like, this is just marvelous mystery that as you go around the planet, you're seeing incredible blues and turquoises of the Bahamas to the just beautiful tans of the Sahara Desert. The entire world is absolutely beautiful. And from this perspective, we don't see borders, we don't see conflict, we don't see wars going on. It is truly peace on earth from this perspective. And boy, if we could ever get there on the planet, that would be amazing.
I know that you are on board until February, late February, depending on how things work out. So you've got a few months to go. We just want you to know that all of us at Passion 2017 are really, really honored that you would take time and that NASA would help facilitate you joining this amazing gathering here. And we just want to say thank you for pressing on, being great at what you're doing, being a great light, a great example for believers to do great things for God. We love you. Can we give a big Georgia Dome shout to the International Space Station today? Love you.